So, the thing is that, unfortunately, there were false prophets in this world that went out in different churches and Catholic church and stuff like that. They went out in this world and they pretty much screw a lot of things about God because of money, power, and they were trying to be the Messiah themselves. Half of them are. And ever since that these false prophets came to this world, people started little and little and little and little start not believing in God anymore. There's three things I can think of that what makes people stop believing there is a God or a Messiah or Jesus. One is people's actions. They will go to church, they praise the Lord, they act real good. As soon as they walk out of the church, they're the most devilish, evilest ass people on the planet, the most judgmental people on the planet. But as soon as Sunday or Bible study or some kind of gospel concert happened, they're like the holiest things on the planet. And that gets people really upset because they say, well, ain't you supposed to carry the Lord every single day, 7 days a week, 365 days of the year? Yes, you're supposed to do that. But for some strange reason, people got this notion when they go to church, they have to, show the Lord their good behavior. And then when they leave church, they don't have to show the good behavior anymore because, oh, yeah, we left church. God don't see me no more. But God see you all the time, each and every day, every second and hour and minute. He see you every day. He's watching you. One person said it best on a YouTube comment. They say good character is when nobody's not looking. And that's what a lot of some of these Christian people keep forgetting. That Jesus walked with us every day. I think it was a poem or in the Bible that Jesus say, I will not move a step until you step. So Jesus is walking with us every single day, constantly. Meanwhile, he's watching everything that you're doing. He's seeing what you say about people or whatever the things that you do behind closed doors or public. God and Jesus is right there watching every move and everything that you do and say in your life until your last breath. And I think that's really sad. There are a lot of Christians like myself who are very honest and humble and understand that we're not perfect. And we understand that other people may not like Christianity because it doesn't make sense to them or because they had a bad experience in church or bad people, Christian people. It could be multiple things. But one thing for sure, we respect other people's opinions, thoughts, and how they feel about the Christianity faith. Because over the decades, Christian being God's child has become worse and worse and worse. And it got so bad that there is a people who are not religious at all. Churches in America are gone. Like, they're disappearing really fast. And it's really scary to some people because, like, wow, churches are disappearing. Well, because once again, like my grandma, well, she's not my grandma, but she's like a member of our family, but I call her grandma. She said that the devil is always in the church. And this is very true because the devil's main mission is, in this world we live in, is making sure that a much million and billions of people do not believe in God and do not believe in Jesus. His main mission, his main motivation is to make sure that each person on this planet doesn't believe in Jesus and God, doesn't believe anything in the Bible either. That is his number one mission. And most of y'all say, why is that? Well, if you read it back in the beginning of the Bible, Satan was the highest angel in heaven. He was the highest, meaning he was the most powerful angel among all angels and the most gorgeous angel among all angels. Well, he grew very envy and jealous of God, and he wanted to become like God. And when God saw that he was trying to replace him, there's two things that God got pissed about. The first thing was like, first of all, I made you, so who do you think you are? The second thing is, I gave you the most highest ranking of heaven. You're the second highest angel. You're more powerful than all the angels in heaven. What the heck is wrong with you? So, I'm not saying God said that, but I'm just, doing my own version here. But God was like, who the hell you think you are? And then he threw him and cast him in hell. And then ever since that happened, Satan got pissed off, enraged, because he was pissed that God threw him out of hell. Threw him in heaven and put him in hell, and forever to be there and cursed there for eternity. When God started making Adam and Eve, the two creations that he loved so much, Satan knew he had to take what God loved and manipulate it and push him away from him, because God kicked him out of the heaven because he wanted to be God. Now, I had a conversation with a young man one time, and he was telling me, he said, don't you think that the devil was trying to, break the system or move the system? I'm like, no, because what was the whole purpose of him trying to be a God? Because obviously his mindset was not right. And secondly, heaven probably look chaos, and the world probably look even worse chaos if Satan took over God's position. It would have been the most chaotic world and galaxy we ever seen, because as you can see, that Satan's heart is cold as ice and hatred, envy, jealousy. And he got all and nothing but lies the most. So can you imagine him be our God? It'd be chaos. This world would be bloody. There would be not a human life on here. All the animals wouldn't even produce anymore. The planet, everything would just be hell. Okay? And that's why that Satan couldn't be God, because he did not have the desire of love. He had the desire of selfish of himself. And I didn't tell him that, but I wish I did. But the only thing I could tell him at that time was, no, there was no system. He was the highest angel in heaven. Why in the world he want to be a God? He's almost close to a God almost, because he was the most powerful angel in heaven. Like, what more do you want? It was power and greed that really happened, and that's what's in his heart. And still is in his heart. So me and the young man, we kept going back and forth. And then like many people that question us, that say, okay, if you say God exists, how do you know he's here? And when my grandma told me to tell him this and tell many people, I say, so you can't see the air that you breathe, right? But you are breathing. So how are you breathing? Because you can't see the air, but you are breathing. He didn't know what to say, because it's true. That's just how God is. We breathe this air, but we cannot see the air, but we're breathing it every single day. And that's how we know God exists. It's just like the air that we breathe.